What's up, guys? It's Ray with Night Solutions here in Canada, here to talk to you about some exciting news that we got coming, which is a brand new housing hitting the market now. This is an exclusive to us. Obviously, we're going to be distributing it to all your favorite night vision retailers around the globe. So let's get into it. Obviously, there's a lot of various night vision housings on the market, and this one's ours. So let's talk a little bit about the design philosophy that went into it and what sets this one apart from so many of the others and why we like it so much. So first and foremost, what we did is this is still injection molded pods and injection molded bridge. However, the hinges and the back plate on this are now machined. Those were the areas that we found were the most common failure points in polymer housings. So those are areas that we reinforced. We also made the hinges longer, which having that longer bar inside them and the longer, radius on them resists twisting. So they're stronger that way as well. And then this whole rear bar is beefed up and machined as well. So it's a lot stronger there. The next thing we did is we looked at IPD stops. A lot of different housings have IPD stops on the outside, or they engage to the inside of the pod, something like that. And what that ends up doing is that ends up leveraging the pod in the event that you drop your night vision, and it actually acts as a fulcrum, which can increase the chances of it breaking. What we've done here is IPD stops on the rear that are transferred to this machined plate on the hinge, which greatly improves the strength in a drop situation, because it's transferring the load to somewhere that's really strong and it's not acting like that fulcrum to snap that hinge out. Let's talk about some of the other features in here. We now have auto pod shut off. So when you articulate your pods, the pods shut off automatically. If you don't want that feature, you can turn it off. It also has auto off on stow. If you don't want that feature, you can turn it off. Finally, there is an idle auto off. So if you put down your night vision and you forget that they're on, after 2 minutes, it will turn itself off to try to protect itself and mitigate any kind of damage that's happening to it. You can also turn that feature off. So lots of quality of life features, but you can pick and choose which ones you want to have operational at any given time and set it up for your own needs. Has an IR illuminator that's built in. It's pretty standard, nothing crazy there, and it is able to accept remote power. This is something where there's certain mounts that we had to make a compromise on in terms of form factor for this, but we do have a solution for other mounts that are coming out. But any of your G24 lights, your G69s, your KDEX mounts, all of those, or similar mounts in profile for the footprint of the shoe will all fit the remote power on these ones, no problem whatsoever there. For the power source on this device, we've got it running off a single CR123. That's going to give you approximately 20 hours of battery life, depending on your conditions, how cold it is, that sort of thing, but approximately 20 hours of battery life, which is a solid battery life for any device. Obviously, that's going to let you run a full night, maybe 2 nights, depending on the time of year. To power the device on, what we've done is it's a single button press on the front, but it's a press and hold for 1 second. The reason we did that was because just a single click, sometimes in certain pouches and configurations, depending on who the end user is, if you don't have it in a padded hard case, it's possible to turn these devices on accidentally, which if you've got your battery cap screwed in all the way and it's in your pouch and you just want it ready to go, turning it on accidentally is not what you want to be doing, especially if it's the middle of the day or just draining your battery. Let's talk weight. So housing only weight, this is with decollars and all of the locking rings installed. We're at 198 grams, which is pretty lightweight. That's just under 7 ounces for those of you who are south of the border. This device here is a fully built device with Photonus tubes and RPO 3.0, which is obviously going to be some of the lightest configuration, and then our own 3D printed diopter. So this is about the lightest configuration that you could build this system in. And if we include the weight of a battery, that's going to be 488 grams. So pretty darn light for these systems. We'll have some comparison numbers here for kind of what it would weigh with your standard mil-spec lenses, that sort of thing. Different tube manufacturers are going to have different weights if they're EMP shielded, that sort of thing. Photonis ones are some of the lightest weight tubes on the market as well. But you can extrapolate from these numbers to kind of get an estimate of what your system may weigh. In terms of the durability of the housing, we have tested these to mil standard 810G. For drop testing, we've dropped it so you don't have to. I still wouldn't recommend doing that yourself, but they have passed that test and they are drop resistant. In terms of ingress protection against water and dust, they are rated IP68, so that is 2 meters at 1 hour against water ingress, and they have held up against that, obviously provided that your lenses meet mil spec. These are live on our website right now, and they're live with a bunch of our dealers all over the globe, and there's more and more being added all the time, so look forward to seeing you guys using these in the field. Be good.